Hey y'all, welcome in. If you're new or just passing through to my channel, welcome. My name is Tam. I'm also known as the Enlightened Auntie. If you're returning, welcome back, squad. I'm here today to do another general collective reading. We're not sign specific here. We're also gender fluid. I may say you when I'm talking to them. I may say them, I'm talking to you. Put yourself in the story wherever you seem to fit. Remember that time and energy are fluid, so I could be talking about the recent past, the present, or the future. Take only the parts that resonate, leave everything else behind. And if you'd like to book a personal more aligned with your own story, all of my information is below in the description box, and I invite you to join me for a session. Welcome back, y'all. Hope everybody had a good night's sleep. Having a great day, no matter what time this happens to reach you. Let's jump in and see what Spirit wants to talk about. Okay. Oh. Let me do one more. Okay, technically this is the second time I've started this video, and I only got like maybe 2 or 3 minutes into the first one. I hadn't even started dealing with the cards or anything, and the cards that I have laying in front of me are basically the same sentiments that I started expressing. Hadn't even laid cards. I was just telling a story, and it's sitting here in front of me right now. I always find that fascinating how that works. Okay. So it looks like something being given to you that allows you, I'm kind of feeling like somebody giving you something, giving you, this could be money, it could be, I heard seed money. So it could be seed money, right? So that you can move forward. Or it would assist you in moving forward, okay? There is a decision on the table. You may be a little bit confused about the direction that you want to go in. There are several options being presented. Just be aware that not every option is viable, okay? Just because you got a bunch of different things in front of you doesn't mean that each one or every single one is actually going to be for you. So it's going to require you to use discernment. Because there is change that is afoot. There may be certain things coming to an end, or something that needs to come to an end. Now this energy is a little bit conflicting for me, because it has something to do with other people. See, in the upright, this is you by yourself. For me, though, but in the reverse, this may have something to do with other people. Okay. So maybe the thing that's coming to an end is the thing with the other people? Okay. I love it. Whatever is being given to you is actually creating a dynamic of independence and stability. So we actually like this. It's going to help you tremendously. But then, okay, there's a little concern about what to do. Now, what do I do? And I have a bunch of options in which I could choose from. I'm like, okay, wait. Okay. I'm like, these two energies are conflicting for me. Because on one hand, this and this could be you, because if you're down here trying to figure out which direction to go in, or there's a choice, right? But here it feels like you don't want to, you want to make a choice and take action, but you don't necessarily want to be a leader or seem, you don't want to appear to be a leader or the leader. I don't want to be the leader. Like, I don't know what this is, but it's kind of giving, I don't want to be the leader. I wanted, like, yeah, you have some options in front of you, but maybe you don't want to be in charge of whatever the pursuit is. You know, I gotta do something, but I don't want to be in charge. Okay. Yeah, because even on this end, when I'm looking at the Death card and I'm looking down here at the Knight of Pentacles, it's kind of like, I don't want to be in charge. I don't have a problem with the slow build or working towards, you know, even if I read it from right to left, I don't mind building, you know, working diligently and slowly, because we're building a solid foundation. Taking your time. I don't mind taking my time, but I don't want to be in charge. I don't want to be the leader. Standing up for myself, standing in my power, doing what's best for me, but I don't necessarily want to lead other people. Getting a strong energy of independence, but not wanting to lead people. Not wanting to lead other people. Okay. Oh, this is interesting. Okay. I'm like, I don't know what this is. I'm like, I don't know what this is. Just read the cards, Tam. I'm just going to read the cards. Okay. So somebody could be giving, we start off, the very first thing I said is like, somebody could be giving you some seed money. This is something being given to you. It takes you from the 6 to the 9. Okay, you go from 6 pentacles to 9 pentacles. Down here, you want to take action, but because this is a blessing, whatever this is that's being given to you, go from 6 to 9, automatically a blessing, right? There is something down here where there's a little bit of stress. I don't know. I'm kind of getting like the stress revolves something that you're thinking about, contemplating, or something that needs to be communicated. But whatever this is that you're walking away from, it comes from, like, the thing that you're walking away from, becoming independent of, is something connected to your past, something not so pleasant. Doesn't give you the warm and fuzzies, okay? Making a decision. I don't want to be in charge. I don't want the conflict and drama of being... I'm not really sure what this is. Like, I could look at it like somebody who could potentially be... has the potential of being an entrepreneur. But whoever this person... It's kind of like... I'm kind of getting this energy of like... I want to be... Like, I don't mind being an entrepreneur, but I don't necessarily want to be over other people. I don't necessarily want to have, like, employees or whatever. Like, I want to be, like, somebody may be contemplating self-employment. I'm just getting this strong energy of, I don't want to be in charge. I don't want to be in charge. I don't want to be the leader. I don't want to do that. seeing very clearly, I don't want to do that. And what I like down here is kind of like, I don't mind doing the work. I don't mind being a worker. I don't mind doing the work because that work is fulfilling for me to create the stability that I seek. So I don't have a problem with that. I just know, like right here, it's like, okay, I have all these options in front of me. Taking a step back so we can look at everything, look at all of the options. Do I go back to work? You know, do I work a regular job, take my time, build wealth, whatever? Or do I jump into this entrepreneurial pursuit, perhaps, though I don't actually want to be in charge of other people? You may be considering doing something that's like off the beaten path. You're not, whatever you're choosing or considering may be outside of the realm of what is normal, like 9 to 5, like whatever, right? It's interesting because I like that there's no, like, I don't have a sense of like fear of the unknown or anything like that. I kind of, this gives me more of an energy of like, intuitively someone may be like kind of listening to themselves without that without the emotional component, like really trying to like tap into their feelings. How do I feel? I like this energy because it almost feels like somebody is finally kind of tapping into their intuition a little bit. And honestly, I don't have any cards that have like, that necessarily have like the high priestess or anything like that, but I can kind of see where this energy is weaving itself. Interestingly, it is weaving itself in a figure 8. I love this. And really what it's about is you standing in your power and taking measured, intentional steps, okay? The cards that would be in the center of these figure 8s, like, you know, the figure 8 and then there's the center. The two cards in the center, one has worry, lots of worry and anxiety, and the other one is like, okay, let's take a step back and re-examine the situation as a whole, where we are financially, emotionally, mentally. Where are we? Because really, I'm kind of caught off guard a little bit by this 9 of Swords, because there's no real reason, based on what I have out here, there's no real reason for you to feel or think. Don't overthink this. Thank you. I'm like, just don't overthink it. Especially if you've got this decision to make. Down here is kind of telling me maybe you need to spend a little bit more time thinking about what you want. Because right here feels to me like you're looking for outside influence, or you're looking outside of yourself for the answers, and the answers are inside. So maybe it's time, yes, it's time for you to kind of, hold on. Yeah, it's time for you to maybe take a couple of steps back and go within. Because, you know, when the cards are in the reverse, I want to know what, like, I'm looking at what you would have to do to flip them in the upright. And I think it's going to be beneficial if you, instead of asking or inquiring to someone else, like, what do you think I should do? Baby, this is definitely a you thing. And this is something that you're going to have to figure out. Because it's almost, think of it like you got all these options, right? And you're a little bit confused about like which way to go or whatever. But it would be like going to another person, right? Whoever. Going to another person and asking them, what do you think is going to make me happy? They can't actually tell you that. You know, it doesn't matter how close you are to the person. They can't tell you what's going to make you happy. Only you know that. So this is going to require a little bit more self-reflection on your part, about what you may want to do, or the way that you might want to consider going. I mean, I can see right here where It's like you're not afraid of hard work. Okay. Look at this. Whatever is being given to you is a blessing. It's a blessing. Ace of Wands, Ace of Swords, Justice. These are blessings, baby. We like it. And especially if somebody's giving you something to allow you to push off and go, I feel like it's kind of almost like compensation. That's why justice is at the bottom. I kind of feel like it's like justice for whatever you experienced that was unpleasant while you were there. Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm like, I don't know how I feel about this. Okay. The interesting thing, okay, because I'm looking at this Ace of Swords over here, right? So that's, we know that's clarity. But then I have the Seven of Cups at its top diagonal, which tells me this is clarity after confusion, because this is in the first line. So this is like clarity after some confusion, because this confusion here might have made it difficult for you to make certain decisions, okay? Now, as we come down, this could be like a completely separate person. This feels like someone, like this whole row right here feels like the smoke and mirrors of somebody, and I don't know who this is for you. This particular row is the energy of smoke and mirrors surrounding someone, especially if it's like a boss energy or whatever. Like, again, like I said, I don't know who this is for you. But this is like somebody, you know how we talk about like people abusing their power in order to get people to jump and do what they want to do, right? This is that row right here. Just this whole row is the confusion around somebody's actual power, and then the abuse of said power in order to get other people to kind of conform or bend to their will. I'm also getting an energy of somebody who is very, whoever this person is, like, I don't know who this is and how they're connected to you. I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, justice is, whatever this is that you're being given, it is justice for whatever has been done to you behind your back or anything like that. Especially if somebody has like misused their power, abused their authority. If somebody had been abusing their authority and you didn't actually know about it, whatever is being given to you is like compensation for the way someone may have mistreated you or the unpleasantness of being there. Like, I don't know what that is. But there's some clarity coming around this confusion about this person. Okay. I like this energy because I feel like there comes a very protective, there's like a very protective kind of energy around maybe your home or whatever environment feels safest to you. I'm like, this Three of Swords. I'm trying to figure out where this, because I mean, I'm like, I'm like, the Three of Swords for me is kind of a confusing card. Like this three and the Nine of Swords, they're both very confusing energies for me because based on the other cards that I have out here, I don't see any real reason. I mean, I don't see any, I mean, logically or emotionally, I'm like, I don't see any reason for somebody to be like heartbroken. Could be because you're walking away from something and something's coming to an end. You're pushing off, you're going. I'm off. I'm leaving. I'm making decisions. I'm getting this. It puts me in a better financial situation, so I'm gonna go. So it could be that whoever this is giving you, the whatever this resource is, it's something, pentacles are tangible, so it could be somebody giving you something and then down here being upset because I don't know. I mean, it's still connected to you. I'm like, are you upset? Are you upset that something has come to an end? And if you're upset about it, I heard, see it from a different point of view. Because if you saw it from a different point of view, it might not be as upsetting as you think it is. And then down here, this is waiting for your ships to come in. Waiting for your ships to come in, justice. But I'm like, even with going from the Six of Pentacles to the Nine of Pentacles, like I said, it's like payment for your inconvenience. It's payment for your inconvenience and discomfort. That's justice being served. And it could be that however way whoever this is that's maybe giving you these resources, maybe in the past they had been very selfish. So there's a slowdown. There's fear of a slowdown. If it's not, well, slow down. Hold on. Because even we go this way, like if there are, I'm like, every card that shows concern goes back to the Hangman energy. Like every single card that's out here that have any level of concern, it goes back to they're all eventually tied back to the Hangman. So it's like the stress is, take your emotions out of it. Take how you feel out of the situation. Take your feelings out of this and look at it from a logical perspective. Yes, you may be parting ways with a particular situation. I'm actually seeing a couple of things. Like this could be I wasn't actually looking at like a marriage or anything like that, or a partnership, but I can kind of see that. So for people who are kind of worried about stability or resources, I'm like, because over here, I'm like, right here, it's still stable. I'm like, yeah, so maybe if somebody decides that the marriage is, or like if this is marriage, a commitment to marriage or something like that, this almost feels like somebody not wanting, I don't know. Are you not want somebody here not wanting to be committed to a certain situation? I'm like, this is the part where I would normally stop the video and start again, just because I'm like, this has gotten a little complicated down here because I'm trying to figure out what the issue is. Because I see the points of stress where people are like, there's emotions and there's mental play and, and there's worry, but I'm trying to figure out what the worry is. Okay, so there is a worry about instability. Oh, no. I'm so confused here. Okay, so this is now from 6 to 9. So somebody's giving you resources, or you're getting something that's going to lend to your financial stability, take you away from an emotionally unpleasant environment. Something connected to your past, doesn't give you the warm and fuzzies. Here, maybe this Three of Wands is more about going towards this opportunity to rest. Four of Swords. I'm so confused here. I don't understand. What are you worried about? I'm like, I see good things, and I just see somebody who's just like stressed out and worried about like financial stability, but I'm like, you're good. You're good. You are good. You're like right here. You can rest. But you're worried about all of the responsibilities. Okay, let's go there. So there's somebody here who's worried about responsibilities, worried about instability. Listen, you're good. What are you worried about? I'm like, you're worried. What are you worried about? Okay. I do have an energy out here of fear of failure. So it's kind of like, remember when I said earlier, I was like, if you're contemplating becoming an entrepreneur or something like that. Remember when I said, I was like, somebody here, they don't want to be in charge. I don't want to be in charge. I want to protect what I've created, but I don't necessarily want to be in charge. I like this. Let's see. Yeah, you got a lot of... Somebody here is definitely worried about their responsibilities or their ability to maintain them, but I'm telling you, you're so good. You're so, so good. So good. But there is an energy of somebody here who's kind of worried about failure. Like if they decide to take on being an entrepreneur, because child, being an entrepreneur is not for the weak. I will tell you, it is not for the weak. Like, you gotta have some serious discipline, and a whole lot of faith. A whole lot of faith. Like, I don't know, honestly. What I do know, it was God. But I'm like, there were times where I can't even explain to you how I managed to pay my bills. And granted, yes, I know I have a whole husband and everything, but like we have, and I've talked about this in other videos before, like we have separate responsibilities. Like he's responsible for this stuff, I'm responsible for this other stuff. And so being in charge of certain elements underneath our roof, kind of put me in a position where I had to, like, if I hadn't been responsible, which is kind of weird because I did it for a living. I paid other people's bills for a living, but I had a really hard time paying my own bills because my husband took care of all of that. Like, I couldn't tell you how much the bills were at the time because I didn't do that. I was kids and groceries. And then when I took on some of the household bills, the utilities, groceries, and everything else having to do with kids. Like when I took that on, I was like, okay, then I had to learn, like really had to learn how to manage my budget way better than what I had been doing before. And there were some times where my account completely slipped into the red. Being an entrepreneur, because like I said, money does not flow. Being an entrepreneur, the money is not, you're used to getting paid like every Friday or every other week or something like that. It doesn't work that way as an entrepreneur. So you have to kind of budget in a way where you can pay the bills and still keep food on the table. Hope for the best, right? And there were times where my account was in the red. I had no food in the refrigerator. And I was like, all my bills were paid, but I had to figure out, okay, how do I feed us? A family of 5 with our oldest being out. How do I feed us? And I just started getting really creative. And I made it work. And I've made it work. I've been making it work, you know. But someone here is very fearful of failure. I'm worried about failure. 444 may be a major synchronicity. 1010. 999. Oh, so somebody here is worried about repeating a cycle. Okay, that makes sense. Somebody here is worried about repeating another cycle of doing the same thing over again. Okay. That makes more sense. I'm like, what are you worried about? Okay, somebody's worried about repeating the cycle, doing it again. So, okay. I'm like, this makes sense. So you're spending a little bit more time trying to figure it out, trying to find a solution. It's interesting because if you are coupled, it's interesting because this energy initially it's centered around a masculine, but up here it almost feels like someone afraid of repeating a cycle. Like if this, I don't know what these resources are. I don't know what this is. Like I don't know what this is. But it almost feels like somebody is worried about this change potentially affecting their relationship as well. Affecting their relationship or affecting their ability to take care of their family. Yeah, it's going to require you learning how to balance your resources, especially if you're being given some type of lump sum or I'm like, the blessings are insane. Like, I'm looking here. The blessings are insane. Like blessings upon blessings upon blessings. Aces are gifts from the universe. And I feel like whatever is being presented to you is literally, it's like compensation for whatever previously was not cool. Okay, now this does go, it goes back to, remember when I said it was like somebody who doesn't want to be in charge? Okay. I'm like, it's the same energy. It's like somebody who doesn't want to they don't, like, I don't know if this is a job or something. It's almost like somebody doesn't want to commit to going back into another cycle of whatever they are just, because I feel like this, whatever this blessing is, it takes them out of the cycle. They're worried about another opportunity coming back in and them getting sucked back into a very similar situation. Does that make sense? So they're a little bit worried. Maybe a little worried about moving too fast, like making a hasty decision. But the thing is that whatever this is that you're choosing to do, you won't have, I feel like you're being positioned in a kind of way where money is not an option. You know what I mean? Not, I'm like, I wish I could communicate this better. Not that it's not an option, but it's not a factor in your decision making. God, I hope this is landing. Because I see here, you will have enough. So whatever you plan on doing with the next stage of your life, it kind of feels like money is not really going to be a thing. That's not the thing that you're going to use to consider the next move. Does that make sense? I do see there is concern about making the wrong move, because you want to be able to care for your family and make sure everybody is good, stable. You're fine with that. You just don't want to be in charge. You don't want to be responsible for other people. Totally get it. Totally get it. This is a brand new, abundant beginning. It is going to require you to be strategic in your moves. And if you are partnered, maybe this requires, like, this is consult with your partner. I'm like, I don't know what this is. Consult with your partner. Because I see all of this energy being, consult with your partner. Because I see that this thing is an opportunity. You have all of the tools and resources that you need. And you won't be doing, it's like, you won't, I'm like, money is a thing. The money is a thing. And I don't even know how to communicate this properly. Because I don't feel like I am. I heard, if money was no object, what would you do? Because it looks to me that whatever this is, it's these blessings that are coming to you, it would allow you to better manage your resources. I feel like it's going to be really important for you to strategize the next way forward. Okay? I can see where you're worried. Somebody is worried about, like, repeating a cycle. I do see that. But if you make look, child, I have every one of the aces on this board, and they are all in the upright. They are all in the upright. You are being blessed with the resources for something new and abundant. If you are partnered, discuss with your partner, okay? Like, this is not something where you got to make this decision all by yourself. But listen, you got blessings upon blessings upon blessings, and they're going to create the kind of stability in your partner. I'm telling you, work with your partner. This is something for the two of you. Work with your partner. I love this. Yeah. Okay. Here's the thing. Whatever these blessings are, don't share this with anybody. Don't share this with anybody. I'm just looking, I'm like, don't share this with anybody. You have the, I'm like right at the center of this whole board is the partnership. Again, it doesn't have to be, you don't have to be a married couple. This could literally be somebody that you have close by, you know, somebody, a close friend, close whoever. But combined, working together, you have the skills and the know-how in order to make this opportunity flourish into something else. Keep it to yourself. Keep it to yourself. Hold on. Keep it to yourself. I'm like, there's so much out here. I'm like, there's so much out here. I would just move very strategically. Okay? Paying special attention to people that are a drain on your system. Whatever that means to you. Okay? If there are people that you have in your life that are a drain on your system, those are the specific people that you need not share this information with. What have I been talking about for the last few days? I was like, because when you start off at the 10 of Pentacles, whenever you deal with somebody, you go immediately to the 5. Literally the 10 and the 5. You go from 10 of Pentacles to 5 of Pentacles if you deal with this, and all of the, yeah, and then you end up disappointed. Listen, because you do have energy out here of somebody who you like. I don't know who this is to you, but it might be somebody that you might even consider trying to bring them into the fold with you to try to like work. Child, do not do it. Do not do it, because you will go from 10 to 5, and all of the hard work would be for nothing. 8 of Pentacles to the 5 of Cups, it would have been for nothing. Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. Page of Pentacles. Child, no. I'm like, child, no. No, absolutely not. All right, let's shuffle this really good. You got blessings here. You got blessings here. And you do have somebody that's in your life. Like if you're not partnered, you do have somebody that's in your life that you got love for, that literally could be a support unit for you. But you got to be very, very careful how you deal with this. So whatever this was that is happening, it was bound to happen anyway. Lack of clarity around a decision. Yeah, making a new choice. So I'm telling you, remember when I said it was like whatever these resources are would allow you to make different decisions. Like you won't have to make decisions solely for like the stability aspect. Because I see over here that stability is very, I mean, it's important. Like it's important. It's important. So there is this energy of kind of struggling a little bit. Eight of Swords, the Eight of Swords to the Ace of Swords in reverse. Eight of Swords in the upright, Ace of Swords in the reverse, Two of Swords in the reverse. Okay. So somebody, though unclear, may have stayed in a situation. May have stayed in a situation, hoped that they weren't making the wrong decision. May have been very conflicted in being there. Oh, the truth. Learning the truth. This also could be about cutting out anything that's toxic, especially when you're dealing with people that don't see eye to eye. Now, I do have energy out here of third party, and I will be like, ooh, third party, but it's not coming. This third party energy is not coming across as like a threat to a relationship per se. That's not how I'm receiving this energy. Now I just got a really interesting energy because this almost feels like, I don't know who this is for you, and this could be a completely separate message because I just laid a whole bunch of new cards. But if you have, I'm like, this feels like people being jealous of the options that you have. Like maybe you have more options than other people. Okay. I'm like, I don't know what this is. I mean, loosely, I kind of do. So it could be like other people don't have the same. So say if other people, just follow me. They don't have the same kind of options that you do. So they can't go where you're going. So you're up here like, I'm not going to be disappointed in like the things that didn't work out the way I thought they would. I'm severing ties, cutting ties with things that are, toxic and not healthy for me. And you see what they are. Like you see what they are. If you didn't have clarity before, you got clarity now. You see what they are. You make new choices and you have something, because usually when we see the Five of Cups, people lament over those 3 cups that have spilled, right? But they don't pay attention to the 2 cups that are in close proximity. Usually, while you're over here boo-hooing about the spilled milk, you got 2 cups that are usually right here, like right here over your shoulder, that there's another opportunity. So whether it's a relationship or a job or whatever, there's always something very, very close while you're so busy focusing on the past and boo-hoo, it's ruined, it's spilled, well, whatever. This is you making a new choice. Like, all right, this is done. I'm choosing this. Other people are jealous because they can't go where you are going. They can't go where you're going. while they may be celebrate, I'm like, while they may celebrate and support, so loosely support you and whatever your decisions are, they can't go where you're going. They're kind of forced to stay. Like, I don't know, they're forced to kind of put themselves in positions that aren't the most pleasing. Yeah. So they're stuck in an environment where, and now they're confused about, that's crazy. Like, you can make choices that are going to make you happy. You got more options. See, you have more options available. They can't go where you're going. You have more options available to you. These people, they're kind of stuck. Like, they're having to, and the reality is they can see that too. So they're stuck kind of tripping and overthinking and being restless because they're kind of, yeah. Now that's interesting, because what this feels like, this whole row feels like you may have had people that were like giving you fake support. It's fake support. I'm like, for me, this is like fake support. This could be like lies about you. People telling like lies about you, and then this is the reality. Now we got some clarity and some truth, because it does affect how other people think about you, or the way they feel about you, the way they think and feel about you. Yeah. So you know what? I'm like, this is crazy, because if this is a job, like, I know exactly what this is. If this is a job, if this is somebody's job, say suddenly you lose your job, right? And you get laid off or something suddenly. It's very sudden. You're not tripping, because you have options. You have options that the other people, like, say, workplace environment shuts down and everybody loses their job. You're in a better position because you're smart. You may have been able to see the writing on the wall. So intuitively, you may have already kind of been hip to whatever was going on. I said, though these people may actually, gaslight you and be like, oh, we're, whatever, you're great, blah, blah, blah. They're jealous of you because you were not, like, you're in a position where you're not afraid to, say, lose the job or lose, or whatever the sudden shift and change is. You weren't afraid of it because you have options. Yes, you may have been there for the money, but you've got skills and you're smart and you've got other options. You have other options that these people do not have. Yeah. Yeah. You got options that these people don't have. Okay, remember when I said there could have been somebody here telling lies about you to make people think differently or see you differently? This over here feels like people look like genuinely looking into you, doing some research, investigating even. Because over here I have somebody who's jealous, who may have had you in some kind of one-sided competition, trying to create some form of imbalance for you, a loss of stability. Now I also see it as I also see this other. Remember when I said there was something about a third party energy, but I couldn't tell what this was, and it didn't feel romantic. It does not feel romantic, honestly. I'm like, I still, even with the overlay cards, it doesn't feel romantic. But there is an energy of a woman here. Could be witchy woman. Doesn't have to be. Definitely could be though. This could be like witchy one, but there's somebody here. I don't know. Somebody here may be losing a home or something. They may be losing a home. They may be losing a car. They may not have a way to travel. no means of travel. They may be looking to this. They may be looking to this masculine because, again, the main character I have out here is a masculine. They may be looking to this masculine to like save them. Okay, this is very similar. I'm like, it's kind of similar to yesterday's read. Oh. And if somebody had been doing some juju over you and your partnership, I have the energy out here of somebody who may be receiving judgment by way of illness. I don't like this. Oh, okay, good. Like, whoever this woman is, I don't know who this woman is. I don't know who this woman is. But it looks like somebody here is seeing this woman from a different... I'm like, I don't know who this woman is. But this woman here may be getting ready to lose her home. She could be ill. Somebody could be looking into it. If she's approaching this masculine looking for some type of financial assistance or whatever, I kind of feel like he's maybe looking into the circumstances of whatever she's requesting. Because I feel right here, this masculine energy, very stable, very grounded, financially stable, self-made. It's given self-made. I'm like, he's kind of... I'm like, because the thing that's being proposed to him... I feel like he's aware that whatever is being... If this... I don't know who this woman is to him or how... I don't know who she is. But if she is proposing something to him and is based on a lie, he is using logic. Because it feels like even he is aware that, like, her proximity to him or whatever's going on in his life or whatever, it would create some kind of imbalance. It would create some kind of imbalance. Yeah, and even then now I'm looking at this, 4 and 6. Yes. So this, and that's 10 wands. This is something he doesn't want to deal with. He's not going to want to deal with this. Oh. 8 of swords. So maybe somebody here did something hasty. Took some hasty action. And maybe the blowback is the fact that they're getting karma. They're sick. There could be the potential of incarceration. That also could be something if they did something for money. This could be this whole row right here. This could be a judge. The King of Swords. This could be the law. The law. Like, these are lies up here that somebody can't get around. This whole arc right here could be the truth. This is the law, the truth, something being revealed and somebody getting judgment for it and then going to jail. Ten of Swords. Damn. So, okay. Now I got this whole, this is a different context here. So you may have had like 3 people that came together because this is a lie. This is an environment that's not emotionally supportive to your well-being. This is the truth. All this whole row down here, if somebody did something to create upheaval in your life, they're getting judgment for that right now. They're getting judgment for that right now. Oh, damn. So the 10 of Wands is out here. And I would say the 10 of Wands is out here twice, because I have the 10 of Wands, the 6 of Wands, and the 4 of Wands. They're all in the reverse. So whatever this group of people right here have tried to do, not only is it unsuccessful, it's causing you to not want to deal with them ever again at all. Like, you're not, I'm done. No. This could be you here having a conversation like this. I'm talking to the masculine. I mean, you could be operating in masculine energy, but whatever. Because this right here feels like this masculine having to make a decision, right? It has something to do with his resources, and this woman, she's going to be upset because even with this communication that comes through, the communication comes across as very fiery. So I want to say like maybe 3 or 4 readings ago where I was like, don't make your problems my problems. That's what this is right here. So whatever this woman is doing or whatever she's been doing, it's going to be unsuccessful. Her trying to pitch it to him, it's going to be unsuccessful, especially if she took some crazy ass action, took some, impulsive action, because that's what this looks like. It looks like there's a woman here who makes some impulsive action without thinking, and then in regret for the decisions, now I can't move forward, things are a little bit shaky. This could even come across as just being angry at the circumstances that they're in, and angry if they don't have the support that they're looking for, but it's based on whatever they were doing behind the scenes in the first place. Because you do have people here that were doing things behind the scenes. Yeah. Like, yeah. There has been betrayal and backstabbing, lies, drama, all of that. I'm like, these last cards right here, what did I say in yesterday's reading? I'm like, if you got a story, it's time for you to talk. It's time for you to tell that. Tell it. Star and a 6 of Cups. It's time to tell it. Time to tell it. Alright guys, I'm going to leave it there. If any parts of this reading resonated for you, gave you clarity or confirmation of your own story, give the video a thumbs up so we can circulate into the algorithm and get in front of the eyes that need to see us the most. If you would like to book a personal more aligned with your own story, all of my information is below in the description box, and I invite you to join me for a session. My books are always open. Yeah. Let me know how this resonated for you. This was an interesting story. Alright guys, I love you. I will be back. See you in the next video. Take care.